Riddle said all you need is love, but many divorced couples who experience financial conflict would disagree. My name is Daniel Bortz, and I'm here at U.S. News, and we're here today to talk about financial infidelity. Financial arguments are the leading cause of divorce, but in some cases, keeping money secrets are what can tear a marriage apart. Never seen this credit card before? It may belong to your spouse. We're joined today by Ben Woolsey. He's the Director of Marketing and Consumer Research at creditcards.com. Thanks for joining us, Ben.
Hi, Daniel. Good to be with you.
And we're also joined by Deborah Price. She is the author of The Heart of Money, a couple's guide to creating true financial intimacy. Thanks for joining us, Deborah. Just starting off with you, creditcards.com did a recent poll on financial infidelity. Can you just run through a few of the key findings for us?
Sure. We did this poll about a month ago prior to the Valentine's Day holiday, and we learned some interesting facts. We asked about 1,000 adults across the country to imagine they were in a new relationship and which of the following factors might cause them to break off this relationship. And the first question was kind of obvious. If they found their significant other cheating on them, most people would bail out of a relationship if they found that. If they found out they had a criminal background, that was another pretty big disconnect people would bail out for. But the other thing that was actually equivalent, at least with women, with bailing out was if they found out their significant other had lied about being able to just pay routine bills and if they were hiding credit card debt. So that was a pretty big surprise.
Wow. Deborah, do those findings surprise you at all? Or do you see a difference between women and men in terms of how sensitive they are to discovering financial secrets that their spouse has been hiding?
Well, Daniel, I think that both men and women can be very sensitive to the idea that their spouse would hide financial information. And I think that, women, however, may be somewhat more vulnerable and sensitive just because, in general, I think women may expect a certain level of trust and need, a sense of security and safety with their partner relative to money. And this domain is an area that I think women often don't feel that they are as masterful at as they imagine that their partner may be that true or not. And so knowing that your partner has somehow been unfaithful financially can certainly be, I think, a very triggering event.
Now, it does depend on how severe the financial secret is, but I'm curious, are financial lies more common than people would think in a relationship?
Oh, I think so. I think they're actually very prevalent. I would say that the research I've done indicates that it's over 50% of all couples, both men and women, report that they have financial secrets. Now, the degree that you're saying is absolutely correct. Hiding that you bought a pair of shoes and putting them in the closet is one thing. Hiding a checking or savings or having a separate bank account entirely is another story.
Ben, from the study that creditcards.com conducted, what were the financial lies that you observed that people would say, this is a deal breaker, I cannot continue in this relationship?
Having significant credit card debt, or just spending lots and not disclosing. So it kind of comes down to transparency and the whole trust issue, which really mirrors on the emotional level in a relationship. Keeping any types of secrets can be fairly corrosive and potentially fatal to a relationship.
So, Ben, do you predict the results of this study to change in the near future? Are couples going to be more sensitive to discovering financial secrets?
I think the modern age and the internet can help people keep fewer secrets. I mean, that's a double-edged sword. It's harder to keep secrets in the modern age. with electronic statements and that sort of thing. But at the same time, I don't think human behavior and human nature is really going to change. I don't know that the underlying behavior is really going to be that different, but I think it's easier to find out if your significant other is hiding financial type of secrets.
Deborah, do you have any suggestions, any preventative measures that couples can take so that they don't hit this huge roadblock where they discover a financial secret and it really puts their marriage in a complicated place?
Absolutely, Daniel. As a money coach, one of the things that we really encourage people to do is, first and foremost, really learn how to communicate about money in a healthy way. And what that looks like is understanding why you might hide financial information in the first place. And one of the main reasons is that people feel guilty or ashamed or fearful. And so looking at the reasons is a very important thing. And then learning about one another. We all have sort of a money type and money behaviors that are often predate our relationship. So it's a very rich exploration, and one that we realize and experience every day that brings couples closer together. And the fact is the more you hide, the deeper you're going to get into a problem, and that is not going to bode well for the future of your relationship, and certainly not for the intimacy and trust.
Well, it sounds like money secrets can be hard to digest, especially based on the findings from the creditcards.com survey. And it sounds like from your advice, Deborah, there are still ways to reestablish good communication if a couple is struggling due to money secrets that have been revealed. So thank you both for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Daniel.